Because my mommy said I didn't have to.
What an entrance. Hi, everybody. How's it going out there in Streamland tonight? We are live from the Apocalypse. We are a not-for-profit TTRPG studio that raises money for charities and other nonprofits through our games and our programming. Right now, we are in the middle of raising money for Medical Aid for Palestinians, who are doing a lot of very good and very necessary work in the Gaza Strip right now. So if you like what it is that you are seeing on this screen before you, and we sincerely hope that you do, you're not just hate watching us. Though honestly, even if you are hate watching us, you know what would really show us? Donating. Yeah, nothing's gonna peeve me off more than that. That'll show me. You will notice that we have hidden the subscribe button. Because we would prefer that rather than give that money to us in the form of blips and chits and corporate scripts and Jeff E-Bucks, which Amazon's going to take half of anyway, that you just take that money and you give it directly to the causes we are raising money for. So that donate button, to the best of our knowledge, does give 100%. Amazon does not take a cut of the money directly to, yes, precisely, to supporting Palestine to own the libs. That will convert your American freedom eagle dollars into British monarchy tyranny pounds and support a good cause. We do have a couple of donation incentives on this stream, which I suppose I should mention. We are playing Star Trek Gallant, a Star Trek Adventures game. And for those donation incentives, you can donate $5 to give the crew a momentum. Those are points that they can spend that helps them and makes their lives easier. You can also donate. Oh no, it's a buddy. Oh, the buddy has entered the chat. You can also spend $5 to add a threat to the pool that helps me, the storyteller, out, helps me make their lives difficult. I'm just going to say right now we're at 4 momentum and only 1 threat. So I'm just saying. We all know who's more deserving in this chat right now. You can also donate $5 to name a red shirt. And as of yet, I haven't killed any. We only got 2 more sessions left of this game. Man, there's gonna be a massacre. At least expect it. Man, it's gonna be so much blood. Anyway. On that note, why don't we go ahead and have our lovely cast introduce themselves? Tell us who you're playing, starting with Cass.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cass, aka Yoda Almighty. I just noticed the episode title. What the fuck, Brendan?
It's a sequel to the last one, Iniquitates Vestris.
Yeah.
I'm doing a bit. With the Latin because I'm pretentious.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I don't think you declined it properly, but it's okay.
Are you saying that Google lied to me?
I might be, if you were thinking to say what I think you meant to say. Anyway,
although I'm pretty sure I actually just lifted this one straight from the Bible, so
that makes sense, especially if it's a St. James version.
I mean, look, Jesus wouldn't declinate Latin incorrectly.
Yes, he would, because he didn't speak it anyway.
That's wrong.
I play Lieutenant Commander Vimes Sassam, who is our Romulan menace on board the Gallant. Although am I back on the Gallant? I was sitting in the hallway harassing security personnel.
We're gonna get to where everyone's at right now. Yeah, we'll get there. And you know who else would never declinate Latin incorrectly? Julia. much like our Lord and Savior.
My German TA in college was like, I need you to know that you speak German as if your first language was French, and it makes me hate you. Hi, I'm Julia. Tonight I'm going to be playing First Officer Nico Bard. We're having a fine time here. Just, stonewalling internal affairs and trying to figure out what they want with our boss. Also, why our doctor was violating HIPAA. That's a big concern on my list.
And almost just as Christ-like, Rouge.
Hello, I am Rouge. I am playing Lieutenant Commander Sosarine, but more importantly, this is Dodger.
Oh, he's dead, Dodger Bodger.
And he's almost certainly
Honorary
going to
Ensign
leave
Dodger.
me. Indeed, he's almost certainly going to leave me now because I made the mistake of picking him up, which is unforgivable. Even though he's been sitting here demanding pecks for the last, 2 minutes. So yes, I am first science officer, not to be confused with the medical officer. My HIPAA violations are secret and no one knows about them, as opposed to the HIPAA violations of the chief medical officer on board, which we are fast learning about through the course of our flashback about the investigation into the misdeeds of most of the crew. It's starting to sound like, honestly, maybe internal affairs has a point about how fucked up the crew of our ship is. So yeah,
we're fucked up together, so it doesn't count.
How dare they confront
fun
you?
and endearing, not like the doctor's fuck ups, which are rude and prejudiced.
How dare they confront you with an accurate assessment of your actions?
Brendan,
speaking,
Dodger is the ensign. You is the red shirt you can't fucking touch.
Oh yeah, I know. I would not do that.
Yeah, if you name an ensign after my cat, you are legally not allowed to kill that ensign. That's a rule.
No, I would not. I would never to the buddy. I could never. But speaking of confronting you with an accurate assessment of your actions, JT.
Hi, I'm JT. I'll be playing Commander Castro. And despite what everyone here may believe, I was not sent to single out any one individual. I was actually sent to get everyone in trouble. At all costs, too. That's what was told to me. At all costs, get them all in trouble.
Every last one of them. Whatever you can get them on. Parking tickets, spitting out gum in the hallway. You just
I know how much back taxes you all owe, and it's not looking good.
Then I suppose it's my turn in the big chair. Hi, everybody. It's me. It's Brendan. I am the storyteller. I play every other sentient being in the galaxy, and it is exhausting. So I think, I think we are going to pick up with Commander Castrum in Dr. Shannara's office, looking at the screen, having just taken all of this information that you have found out in, and contemplating your next move.
Yeah, I think Castrum has taken that data onto a personal pad, something that they can refer back to later, and in their brain they're just sort of starting to piece some things together about the reality of the situation that the Gallant seems to be in. They'll download all that stuff onto their personal pad, and they will close the computer before returning to the med bay to await the records download from the computer by that lieutenant, who is also being threatened with something that Castrum's not sure about. Some involvement of a Section 31 in his memories. So Castrum is kind of on edge on both fronts now, and has sort of mentally dictated to themselves that this is an official Starfleet intelligence operation, and they need to treat it like it is an undercover mission for them on both sides of the coin.
And I think it is as you are turning to go return to the med bay that you feel them for just a moment before you see them. And you see, standing in the doorway, Dr. Shannara. No, Commander Castrom, there's something I can help you with?
Dr.
And
Shannara,
you immediately notice that despite her feigned surprise, you do not detect any empathically.
Dr. Shannara, I was waiting for you to come back. I've been going over the information from the interview that was conducted with you, and I had a few follow-up questions.
Crack one for the big boy.
Thank you so much for the donation. So that's what, another 3 momentum in the pot.
Yes.
If this wasn't for charity, I swear. How dare you raising money for good causes? You sicken me.
I don't know what you have planned for us, but I want to defeat it at all costs. So.
Yes, no, absolutely. I thought that I was rather thorough in my interview with Lieutenant Commander Cronin, but I'm happy to answer any additional questions you may have. Would this venue work for you?
I believe your office should suffice for a follow-up interview.
Okay. She steps in and the door closes behind her. And she will settle into the chair opposite you, you sitting at the desk. And you detect a subtle outward shift in her demeanor as she sits down, as she sort of looks at you. And you hear her voice telepathically in your mind as another Betazoid. Does this make you feel more in control? Sitting at my desk?
No, it was not a control ploy. I was looking for information.
And she speaks out loud now. I hope that you weren't planning to remove any medical records improperly.
I think you'll find that all your files are still in your system, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sure they are, but you are aware that making unauthorized copies of personnel records, and particularly medical files, is a court-martialable offense.
More or less court-martialable than having scans of your entire crew without any paperwork filed.
All right. We're both Betazoids here. There's not really any point to the cat and mouse. We can't really hide anything from each other unless one of us isn't already suspicious, which I don't think is the case here. So, what do you want to know?
Did Cronin make any threats to you in your interview? Any implications regarding something called Section 31?
I'm happy to give you any information that you would like, Commander, but I am going to couch that in a follow-up question. What is it that you can do for me?
I don't know. why you have the data you have on your computer, Doctor. And to be quite frank, I don't really think that it's damnable in any particular case. But
Certainly not for me.
in any event, your data proves a greater trend, which may indicate that Starfleet code is not aligned with the truth of the matter regarding population statistics and the certain number of augments here or there. My point is, what I can do for you is I can keep it between us.
You're not planning on publicizing this information.
Not at the moment. However, if I have any reason to believe you have ill intent with this information, I would have to change my course of action. So anything you could do to convince me would be followed with a positive feeling towards you.
If I can be perfectly frank, Commander, I don't know that you're really holding any cards in this situation. So I'm afraid you're going to have to offer me something better than that.
What do you think I can do for you?
Oh, I think that someone in your position within Starfleet intelligence could potentially do a great deal. Section 31 can always use well-placed and patriotic individuals in Starfleet. So no, to answer one question of yours, no. Lieutenant Commander Cronin did not make any threats to me. It would have been highly inadvisable, seeing as how he reports to me.
You should be careful what he says to your lieutenant, then.
Oh, I don't think that Lieutenant Lane's going to be a problem.
Very well. What exactly are you offering?
I can bring you in. After a certain vetting process, obviously.
You've got a lot of interesting things going on this ship.
I know. Someone should really be keeping a better eye on things, don't you think?
Just so happens that that's my mission briefing.
There's a lot of people on this ship who have something to hide. A number of people who have something in common with Lieutenant Commander Brannigan.
I'm aware. Approximately...
People with certain talents. People of exceptional ability. People who, with the proper incentive, could find themselves in a position to bring those talents to bear to help the Federation in ways that they couldn't previously. We'd like to bring these people on the inside. But in order to do that, we need leverage. And so it is regrettable that Lieutenant Commander Brannigan will have to be made an example.
The information that you have indicates that Starfleet is more than 20% augment. Assuming a fine sample size and no greater anomalous attraction by the Gallant specifically.
I personally think that it's closer to 18% on the whole, but we're still sussing out the fine totals.
You'll forgive me for using my head to do math and coming with a rounder number than I would have liked. My point is this. Making an example of Brannigan would not help the truth of the matter, which is that augments make fine Federation officers see the light. It would do the opposite. It would harm that cause.
I don't think that you're understanding the nature of the game, Commander Castrum. If we make an example of Lieutenant Commander Brannigan, then it will be obvious to all of those augments, those with exceptional abilities in Starfleet, that it is imperative for their careers that their secret not get out. And if Section 31 has that secret, well, then those people are powerfully incentivized to work for us. We can ensure their loyalty to Starfleet and the Federation in a way that is much more personal, much more powerful than any oath they may have sworn as upstanding Starfleet officers.
And the Gallant being your base of operations, how shall I put this? Is that what you would call an upfront cost to such a project?
More of a happy coincidence.
A happy coincidence that you're going to send this entire ship down just to show off to a few augments?
We've been looking for an opportunity for years. It just so happened that events transpired on Moringa that gave us a certain veneer of plausibility.
And those events just transpired, did they?
Yes, actually. Believe it or not, Section 31 doesn't actually secretly pull the strings of everything in the galaxy. If anything, we're more of a convenient fiction.
Well,
anything bad that gets linked back to Starfleet or the Federation, well, it was just those naughty, naughty boys and girls in Section 31. The rogue element, the renegades. An easy boogeyman. No need for any meaningful reflection. No need for anyone to dirty their hands. No, it was all us.
Well, then forgive me if I'm a little disappointed that your reputation does not, in fact, precede you. Tough spot indeed.
So, I'm going to ask you a question above the table, JT.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is Castrum's current kind of thought process and intent? Followed by question B, how are they going about trying to conceal this from Shannara, another Betazoid, whom you are pretty certain is definitely trying to give you the psychic one over at the same time?
So they have already given up the gambit of believing that having this many augments in Starfleet means that the policy is wrong. They have given up that gambit on purpose because it allows them to feign curiosity in the project that Section 31 is now doing, which is attempting to curry favor with the augments by presenting an augment as an example. Their goal right now is simply to walk out of this office.
Fair.
From there, they I think they still want to pursue the Betazoid angle, but I think right now they are just thinking of, this is fascinating information to be getting for seemingly an offer to just step aside.
Okay. Well, Shannara will kind of put things back in your court and say, is there anything else you wanted to know, Commander? I'm always happy to cooperate with Starfleet intelligence.
I have much to think about when it comes to write my report, but I think, barring any extraneous circumstances or coincidences, we will find that Brannigan is the only security breach aboard the Gallant.
I'm so happy to hear that. And that is the moment that you suddenly feel a hypospray against your neck. And as you start to lose consciousness, you hear the voice from behind you. Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that, old chap. As you slump over into the arms of the emergency medical hologram.
Never trusted that bastard.
And we were right.
Exactly.
We should have
He doesn't
reprogrammed
know
him when
any
we had
better.
the
He's just
chance.
doing his job.
Julian Bashir would be ashamed.
You're going along with the evil bitch's plan. You deserve the hypospray.
Going along with is such a strong word.
We'll see.
Cue the always
fine,
sunny
we'll scoop-
gif. No, see, I'm playing both sides.
That way I always come out on top.
We'll see what
And-
to say when we scoop you out of a Jeffrey's tube.
And with Commander Castrom's uncertain fate, we're going to cut back over to the crew of Sosa, Vimes, and Nico. You were over on Starbase 1.
Mm-hmm.
What is your current plan of action?
Well, Vimes wants to know how they figured out about Brannigan. Who knew, who ratted. So I think I'm going to be pacing around wherever we are talking to these two in like hushed tones, like, who knew, who could have possibly told them? Like, I gave contacts to you and you were supposed to be looking for augments, but like, did you find anybody? And like that's just the line
Right.
of questioning.
I mean, he told me himself, but he never like I never told anybody.
Wait, he told you?
Yeah. When he was like, hey buddy, hey pal, hey fellow officer, let's not do a ship-wide scan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Right.
unless the office was bugged, which brings into a lot of concerning questions about the ship if the offices are bugged, if the conference rooms are bugged. I mean, everything is
pretty cleanly, so I don't think so.
Here's the thing. I say bugged in a sense as if the entire ship is not constantly and at all times watching, monitoring, and listening to every single thing we do.
It's true, but I usually lock all that down into feeds that I re-listen to like every quarter. Don't
Every one of the ship's conversation is
it.
the podcast that Vimes listens to at 2.5 speed while they're doing their exercise.
Uh-huh. You were being so very quiet, Reem. Did you know you created that vaccine somehow?
With hypothetical data.
Hypothetical data you asked for me to give you context to find?
Okay, maybe there was actual data.
So both of you knew and I didn't got it. Okay. I'm actually not upset about that.
I mean, I didn't tell anyone either. I certainly didn't even know that Nico knew until stuff kicked off.
Yeah.
Okay, so information was locked down. Both of you kept it locked down, which means there's third stream of information.
Maybe?
Who had access to...
Well, here's the thing. Brannigan, we can't discount the fact that, like, Brannigan could have told somebody who was not as trustworthy as us.
Who would Brannigan have told?
Maybe the captain, but the captain wouldn't have done anything like this.
No, the captain wouldn't have done anything with this. Captain knew I was Tal Shiar for a very long time. I want to summon Brannigan's boys.
Let's go. Okay. Okay. His volleyball team. Let's go get his volleyball team.
I want to talk to the boys. I know not all of them are boys. It is a figure of speech.
Yeah, I can definitely call them.
And I want to keep this off the Gallant because if somebody is listening, harder to access the station's feeds. Easier to scramble them.
Sure. Nico's gonna work on paging the crew members to see where any of them are and who can come around.
Yeah. Brendan, give us the volleyball team.
Bring us the volleyball boys. Bring us the boys.
Bring us the volley boys. All right. All right. Yeah. Well, I think that you will find that. So there are a couple of them that are currently on shift aboard the Gallant. However, basically all of them that are not on shift are currently already on Starbase 1.
Yeah. Yes.
They're seems that they are generally trying to hang out in the general vicinity of where Brannigan is being held, at basically the nearest bar.
Yeah. Okay.
Meet them at the bar. They have not posted up a vigil as Vimes has, but they are posted up in the closest bar.
Okay. Go to the bar. We want to go to the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You find the bar. It is a lovely shade of beige with some low lighting. There's a jazz band because there's always jazz in Star Trek. Always jazz forever, never not jazz. It's the only music that survived the eugenics wars, you know.
Oh.
I was gonna say it's better than jizz in Star Wars, but
but yeah. So in the hipster cruise liner jazz bar, yeah, there is a booth, like a large circular booth, where you were able to pick out a good chunk of the Gallant's flight crew. Kind of posted up, and it looks like from the sort of plates of food and such, and the glasses and such, some of which have been cleared away. But it looks like there seems to be a pretty constant rotation of people like through here. Like this booth has been their spot for several days at this point. You would guess, like people go on duty, and then as soon as they're off duty, they come back here.
There's a little pillow. Someone's sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lost something. Yeah. What have I? Oh, I lost something.
You just froze. You froze in like the perfect position too.
You're just like,
right? Maybe.
Yay!
Hey, I return. All right, we continue.
Yeah. I think Vimes like stalks towards this booth and slams hands out on the table. Well, first things first, he's fine.
They mostly look at you like kind of like, what what is your problem? Like, because it looks like several of them have not slept much recently.
Oh, yeah. First things first, he's fine. I've been sitting outside his door. He's fine.
Yeah, no, yeah. Lieutenant Commander, we know, we know you've been sitting outside.
Thing, who has he been talking to recently, other than you?
I mean, occasionally the guard outside will let us, chat a little bit through the comm link.
No. Further back, before all this, who on the ship has he been spending time with, other than you?
And you. Grimes. And you.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say back on Deep Space Nine, he was mostly hanging out with you guys, the Bridge Book Club.
You will all get an invitation to a single book club if you answer my fucking question.
We are trying to answer your question, Commander. Like, this isn't like a weird jealousy thing. Like, I'm just saying, like, he was hanging out with you guys and he hangs out with us. Like, that's mostly it. Like, we know that he apparently had some kind of conversation with, and one of them kind of looks sideways at Nico. It's like, with, the XO.
Yes.
That he seemed kind of, I don't know, he seemed anxious afterward. But it seemed like things were all right. Again, he was hanging out with you guys back on Deep Space Nine. So I don't know. He might,
No weird trips to the holodeck, to medical, to the bar, nothing.
I don't think so. They're kind of going around the table. One of the ensigns does pipe up. I do remember we were on third watch, and he had the bridge, and he did get a ping from Dr. Shannara asking him to swing by medical. He had one of the lieutenants take the bridge for about, 45 minutes. And then he came back.
Huh. And I will look at Reen. Shannara in the habit of dragging people into medical on third watch?
I mean, none of us, he didn't seem terribly concerned about it. He didn't come back seeming odd at all. I think we all just kind of figured it was just something like routine or, checkup results or something.
Third watch, it also could mean that something happened to somebody, and as the commanding officer, he had to sign off on it. There'd be record of it.
There would be record of it.
I'm gonna
yeah,
look it up.
Like, we're pulling up the records. Like,
what do I gotta roll? What do I gotta roll? Tell me what to roll.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I have to roll to be nosy.
Okay.
Can I assist?
Sure. So I guess my question is, are we doing just a standard kind of like perusal but nosy, or are we hacking the planet?
I think to start with, Nico is starting at the top level of being nosy, looking at what would have had to have been the report for like the end of shift as the commanding officer, the log. I want to see if Brannigan recorded the visit to medical, or if Shannara recorded the visit to medical, and if it was about Brannigan or about a different, like about an incident somewhere else on the ship that resulted in medical attention. So I'm going to start surface level. I'm going to start with Nico's wholehearted trustingness in every member of this crew.
Okay. I'm gonna
versus my absolute paranoia.
Sure. I'm gonna call this a reason command.
Okay. So that means 9. So I got to get under a 13. Which I got double 8.
Yay.
All right.
Yes.
And Vimes, you were assisting, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
I've
Go ahead and give me a reason security.
Okay. I have a focus in investigation. What does that give me, an extra dice?
Well, you can apply your focus. So yeah, if you roll under your security, that'll be a crit.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Well, I did on 1. And I cannot fucking read that dice. Why do I roll it? Okay, so I meets it, beats it on one of them because I got a 15,
Mhm.
and then the other one was a 2. So that is 3 successes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Between
I'm
two-
putting this
two-
dice away every time.
2 successes and 3 successes together.
Let's look at everyone's business.
Yeah, digging, being nosy posy into everybody's business. You do see, an occasion when Lieutenant Commander Brannigan did log that they had handed over bridge control to a lieutenant on duty for about 45 minutes to go to medical, and looks as though the logged reason is needing to rerun a test from his last physical. Only thing that strikes you as a little odd about that is that it's been a minute since his last physical. You would think that most of those tests would have already been successfully run already. Not crazy, but like it's a little long. And I'm gonna say, Vimes, you're looking for anything at this point. Anything even a little bit out of the ordinary is you're jumping at, you're chomping at. And digging into that a little bit, it does show that there was you don't see the details of the test, but there was at least like one additional test that was run that had to be rerun, I should say, from Brannigan's last physical that is in the logs that you were at least able to get into from a security side. Though it appears that it is due to the previous record that was in there being lost, seemingly logged as just a computer error, and the result of that test was lost, and so it had to be rerun.
I'm gonna show my pad to Nico and Reen, and then I'm gonna set it down.
I mean, errors happen.
Yes, but I'm paranoid as fuck.
Yeah, but we don't trust the computers.
Yeah, we don't trust the computers.
I guess. Did everyone in this group take sensors? Sensors can't tell you everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
I sure did.
Yeah.
I did not. But I did take just a bunch of stuff that makes me just always lean more heavily into the sentient aspect than the computer aspect.
I also took trust but verify.
Well, I'm just showing you what is there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
also I did take never leave a stone unturned as one of my values.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick at this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What about Sosa?
Yeah.
What kind of paranoid activities does Sosa got?
Oh, I've got this sensors can't tell you everything and then never leave a stone unturned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna lean over to the various crew members in front of me. How many of you have had extra testing done? Well, first of all, how many of them are human before I ask this question?
I'm going to say of the group that are currently at the table, there's 6 of them here, and I'm going to say 4 of them are human.
I'm going to direct my question to the humans. How many of you have had to have quote, extra testing done by Dr. Shannara.
One of them kind of like immediately raises their hand and says, yeah, no, I remember I did have to have a test rerun recently. The others are kind of murmuring amongst themselves. There is kind of a consensus that like they have had to have additional tests run, but it wasn't all recently.
I'm going to ask you this question, and I would prefer you not answer it out loud or with any facial expression.
Why are you asking it, Vimes?
Because I need to know. How many of you are augmented?
I'm just going to say, go ahead and give me a... Let's call it an insight command.
Oh, okay. I have persuasion on there. So if I roll under command?
No, yeah, no, I don't. In this case, no.
Okay,
This,
yeah.
that's not really what this particular roll is going to measure.
Oh, that's a meets it, beats it, and a 1.
Okay.
I love this dice. This is my favorite.
Very cool.
dice.
All right. You see, of the 4 humans that are there, 3 of them kind of just look kind of like confused. One of them seems like they're very consciously stealing their face.
Got it. Thank you for answering. I did not ask you that second question. You will not repeat that second question, not even to the rest of your friends who come down here for the next few hours after their shifts are over. This stays between us. You have my word. Do I have yours?
If this helps out Commander Brannigan, yeah. Sure thing, Commander.
I hope it will. Just turns to look at Nika. You're in charge.
Welp.
Well,
Welp. Okay, I don't love the implications of that. Especially because there's, like, no reason for it.
There's a reason. Are we walking away? We should be walking away from.
Yeah, I don't think we stuck around. I think after Vimes made them intensely uncomfortable by asking them if they are also guilty of the same crime that Brannigan is locked up for. I think we left.
There's a reason. Natasha would collect pressure points. Augmentation is still outlawed in the Federation, especially for those of you from Earth backgrounds.
So it's either an act of, like, hyper-patriotism in order to oust a bunch of people from Starfleet and some kind of, like, awful and short-sighted, like, painfully to the letter of an outdated law type of way, or it's something possibly fucked up and nefarious, and people are going to go missing and end up in tubes and part of experiments.
That is not what I would do with that information.
You wouldn't tube someone?
No. We already know what augmentation does. It's well documented, well recorded. I would play on a person's fear to get them to tell me information they would not normally provide. Personally.
Hypothetically, in Minecraft.
No, Vimes means it.
Yeah.
All right, well, the next question is, do we want to just go talk to Shannara about it, or do we want to go to the captain about it?
Captain. Shannara knows about his diagnosis. I want to know she's the one who diagnosed him.
Are you saying that it's not a real diagnosis? Because he seemed...
Oh, it is. But it's also possible she infected him.
Oh, God. Is it
Again.
infectious?
Don't remember, actually. I pulled that out of my ass.
Vimes...
Above table.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna say, so actually probably the best person to answer is probably, I'm gonna say, so Vibe says this, and this makes sense because Vibes is a conspiracy theorist at heart. Because
Vibes is entering their tinfoil hat era.
Yes, because
Vibes been in the tinfoil hat stage.
Yeah, because Vibes lives in a world of tinfoil. So yeah, you know that is extremely unlikely. It's basically the result of like hereditary genetic defects. Like theoretically, you are talking about like augments and stuff. Like theoretically possible, but seems kinda out there.
Kinda, but it's a non-zero chance. I'm kidding. I don't think she infected him.
Well, you can't prove a negative, so I guess we have to assume it's true. What? Sorry.
Internal monologue.
Hello? Who's in the walls?
Hello? I'm an intelligence asset. This feels less like a purge of
You mean you
undesirables.
were an intelligence asset?
I mean, technically, as chief of security, you're not an intelligence asset. It's just a matter of
Correct.
whose.
Yeah. This feels less like a purge because if they had one, they'd have them all. Why not pull everybody off the ship who is an augmented? 1 in 4 in that group. Which means 2 in, 10?
You're asking me to do math right now?
No. I'm asking you to run the percentages in your head. 10 people in Brannigan's little... No, think about it. It's math, but it's envelope math is, I think, how you call it.
So over here just being like, the sample size isn't really large enough to extrapolate anything meaningful from that. You would really need a much larger data set, not unlike the one that I happen to have in cold storage for no reason.
Yeah, Sosa is like only half listening to Vibes because Sosa is like, I could just go look it up, man. Like, do you want to know how many people on this ship? I can tell you how many people on this ship.
Yeah.
Why are you making people feel weird asking them to their face in public places? Are you an augment? Like, I can just tell you if they're an augment. Like,
is all of this playing out on Sosa's face? Like,
actually,
maybe a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Actually, Sosa, can you tell where that data list came from?
I just know that it came from the contact that Vimes put me in touch with. I don't honestly know where they got it from. That was not part of the
It fell
information I
off the
paid
back of a
for,
space
frankly.
truck.
Oh, do I know who gave Sosa that list?
If you don't, maybe you could find out. Maybe it would tell us if there's someone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, walking to the captain.
Yes. We need to find out where that list came from because somebody compiled that list.
I wonder if the captain has spoken to internal affairs yet.
What
gonna
is
look a lot
internal
like-
affairs? Shouldn't they be doing shit around the ship some more?
I don't know.
Yeah, why only-
Smash cut to Castro getting dragged into a closet by the
Exactly.
Yes, and why only send 3? And Castrum did not seem to trust the other 2.
Well, I mean, if you were just told to go someplace and you were just randomly assigned people to work for you, you also wouldn't trust them if you didn't get to pick them. Just you as a person.
That's true, which makes me wonder if this were a purge, you would pick people who could be trusted. Who would trust each other.
Well, I mean, again, they didn't even ask me really about Brannigan.
Me either.
They wanted to know about the captain.
Yes. Do we trust Shannara?
At best, she was overzealous in her need to monitor everyone's health and care, and she learned more than she should have, and then she had poor cybersecurity and all of her information was stolen, and then maybe not filtered backwards down into, Sosa's hands and anybody else's hands who might have wanted it. Worst case scenario, she was overzealous in her care of everybody's business and medical records, and her records were purposely released.
Worst case scenario, she knew exactly what she was doing. She chose the Gallant because it is nearing its retirement age, as is its captain. We have a reputation for being very loyal to one another, and she knew she could work her way in and use us against each other. Worst case scenario.
So we'll shoot for the middle and say she was overzealous in her medical record keeping, and then realize because the ship is retiring, but she wants to go on to a better position, she tried to make some kind of a big medical discovery, and now people are getting picked up.
Somehow, I don't think it is the best case.
We'll see.
Where's the captain?
Where's
Dad!
Captain Dan?
I say as if that man and I are not very similar in age.
Because if you're not like maybe 20 years younger than him.
Maybe.
And you buzz at the captain's quarters, and he bids you enter, and you see that he is looking very intently at a data pad in his hand. And even with not really displaying a lot of emotion on his face, you can tell that he's making his concerned eyebrow furrow.
Mm. Nico, you should tell him.
Okay.
Tell me what, number one?
We have reason to believe that the discovery and reporting of Brannigan's status is linked to additional testing performed by Dr. Shannara.
You suspect Dr. Shannara as being the source of the leak about Brannigan's status to Starfleet Command.
Yes. Whether knowingly, willingly, deliberately, that aspect is unclear, but it seems she's been running a number of additional tests on crew members.
Well, that is extremely concerning, particularly given what I'm holding in my hand right now.
Is it a gun? What is it?
It's
Orders-
a data pad.
New orders direct from Starfleet Command. Apparently, one of the intelligence officers dispatched to conduct the investigation was assaulted by a member of the crew. They are in critical condition in Med Bay. Starfleet intelligence currently believes that there may be a network of augments aboard the Gallant that are planning a mutiny. In light of what they are calling my deteriorating neurological condition, I have been relieved of command of the Gallant. Normally, this would mean the command would fall to you, number one. However, you are currently being accused of withholding information from a Starfleet intelligence investigation, and with Lieutenant Commander Brannigan currently being in the brig aboard, or I should say, an in-house arrest aboard Starbase 1, chain of command falls to the fourth in line, which in this case would be Chief Medical Officer Commander Shannara.
Convenient.
As of this moment, Dr. Shannara is in command of the Gallant.
Is she now?
And that's actually, we're just going to take a little 10-minute break there. Yep. Don't go away, everybody.
Can I yeet my new captain into space? I'm just saying.
You know, it's frowned upon, but I don't know. I'm not your dad.
You
I'm
know,
not
there
your space
wasn't
dad.
there wasn't gonna be a mutiny, but
I
Now
know.
there
It's like
is.
give them a surprise instead of an augment mutiny, do a non-augment mutiny. Just
Yeah.
like switch it up.
surprise, not a single one of us has anything extra.
Every human crew member, stand down. Except for Nico.
Except you, you're fine. All right. We're going to go away for about 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we are back, baby. We are so back. Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Yeah. And I guess we'll just kind of pick up where we left off, having gotten this information. What are you guys doing? What's your first thoughts? What's your first play?
The unholy glee on Vime's face.
No, we're not gonna do. What are you smiling about? What are you smiling about? You just found out that Selleck lost their job, and you're not. Oh, are you gonna do something now that you're not in Starfleet?
Oh, I'm still in Starfleet.
What are you gonna do? What are you making that face for?
Captain. Permission to go undercover.
Undercover where?
Are you going?
I am not at present in any position to be giving you orders, Commander Vimes.
Yes, you are.
Legally speaking, I am not your captain. I cannot issue you any orders or give you permission to do anything. However, as I am not at present your commanding officer, I am not technically obligated to report anything. At least, nothing that you don't tell me.
I need both of you to scream at me in the hallway.
Okay, what about?
Something about disloyalty. My antagonistic relationship with Brannigan is well known.
Oh,
Need
you
them
want me to
believe-
accuse you of being the snitch?
Yes.
All right, well, let's go down to Med Bay so that we make sure the right people hear you. You coming, Sosa?
I guess.
Actually, Sosa,
Hmm.
do you mind hunting down where that list officially came from? Because if it did come from Shannara, well, then we have proof that this
I mean,
takeover of the Gallant is illegal.
Staged.
Yes.
I can certainly try, but I imagine your contact probably scrubbed the metadata pretty well. So unless they're willing
Oh.
to volunteer where they got it from.
Brendan, who was the contact again? I don't think we came up with a name.
I don't think we
just said there was a
came up
contact.
gave them a specific bio. And while you were discussing this, Captain Selleck will just say, well, feel free to make use of my quarters while planning your counter coup. If you need me, since I've been relieved of duty, I'll be on the holodeck. And he walks outside.
Enjoy yourself, Captain.
Oh, I intend to.
All right. Okay. We can do it both ways. You can look into your contact, and me and Sosa can go down to stand outside of MedLab, and we can loudly talk and accuse you of being the snitch, and see if Shannara comes to you that way.
I like this better. Make it look like you do not trust me, despite all appearances to the contrary.
So we just have to. We are gonna have to believe it because Shannara's a betazoid. So I'm gonna have to think about some shit that you've done that's really pissed me off. I'm gonna have to hold on to that.
I'm sure there is an extensive list for both of you.
Hunting for that bleed there.
I'm gonna have to bring that forward and just really, really think about it.
I have something that might help, and I hand my data pad over with my Batman takedown files for both of you.
Why is Sosa so much bigger than mine?
Many more past lives to draw, and I never know exactly how much is remembered by the symbiote.
I guess that's fair.
And
you can be distracted by
will not be
technology.
volunteering that information of how much I remember from my past lives now that I know you're going to use it against me.
Well, I could only track back to the about 30 hosts. So anything beyond that is beyond record keeping I could have find.
All right. Well, fuck you. See you later. Good luck.
I'm making a call.
All right, who you calling?
My contact.
Okay. So we're kind of collaboratively come up with who this contact is together because
Yeah.
I didn't have anything for him. So what are we thinking? What are we feeling for this contact?
Ferengi.
It's always going to the Ferengi. What do they ever do to anybody? But sure, all right, yeah, a good Ferengi.
A Ferengi who knows well and good to be fucking terrified of me.
Oh, you just want to hear me say females again.
It's so awful every time.
Absolute worst.
All right, you have a Ferengi contact named. You know, I'm just gonna call him Armin. Just I'm just gonna So I'm just gonna call him Armin. Yeah. Respect to the great ones. Yeah.
Yes. Armin.
Why are you calling me on this channel? I thought we had an understanding.
We do. Your understanding has had some unforeseen consequences.
This is too hot. Vimes, they're gonna flag this transmission.
Yes, they are. So let's make it quick. Where did the list come from?
What list?
The list mine.
I have a lot of lists. You think you see these data pads all around? These are nothing but lists, Vimes. That's my whole thing. I'm a list monger.
Armin, the most recent list I asked of you.
All right, okay. It's the I don't know, the medical stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Where did it come from? I got it from a guy.
And that guy's name would be?
I don't know, an Orion guy. Azul or something.
How do I contact Azul?
I mean, all right, fine. Cut out the middleman, I guess.
No. Azul is going to face the punishment you are avoiding by giving me his contact information.
All right, okay. I can give you some subspace contacts, at least for a couple of burners that I know he's used.
Thank you. Also, Armin, you have about 10 more seconds before they flag this. Turn and burn, my friend. Run.
Wait, what do you mean turn and start transmission ends? Yeah. Yeah.
And then I will continue to call until I figure out who.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna say, yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna say probably another insight security. I think is what I'm gonna say for this.
Okay. So that's a 14. Okay. We're gonna roll the lucky one that has rolled a 1 and a 2 so far. We're gonna roll that one first. Okay. That wasn't good. I need to use a momentum.
Do it.
Oh no, you somebody wanted the 7 momentum in the pool. Oh, compared to my one thread. Oh.
Oh, thank God. I rolled double 17s, and with the momentum, I rolled a 1.
Okay. Well, so that's 2 successes. You are going to need at least 1 more.
Well, can I tack my investigation onto there?
Yes, but you don't get triple successes from a 1 on your focus. It just raises the threshold for getting a crit.
I'll just put another momentum. I think maybe spend just another one.
Just another one? Okay, I'm gonna roll it one more time. One more time.
Your dice have been hot tonight.
It's a 2. It's a 2.
Yeah. I was going to say, your dice have been hot tonight. I think the one more roll will do it.
Yeah, it only betrayed me the one time. And then it immediately rolled a 1 and a 2 again. So, like, we love the high rollers D&D basic dice set. We love them.
Yes, and I will let you do your investigation focus there. So yeah, that will count as a crit. So that is 4 successes, and yes, that will get you across the finish line there.
Let us have our counter coup as a treat.
And and you are digging back through these various criminal contacts, And eventually, you get to an information broker who seems like they got it in an exchange with someone at Starfleet.
Any identifying characteristics, any names, any departments, anything?
You get the name of a person that they give you, but you were not able to match that person to any actual officer that exists. And you don't think they're lying. You think that they were dealing with someone who was not who they said that they were.
Mm-hmm.
But they were dealing, it was an exchange. They basically had information that person needed, shady information. And so they agreed to exchange in that way that people, both intelligence and criminals, people who work in that part of, that sector of life will sometimes overlap.
What was exchanged for the list? Yeah.
Was exchanged for the list. It seems like it's sort of like a manifest of like weapons and such like that. Basically, it looks like maybe somebody who's doing some illegal gun running.
Yeah. Anything about the guns that like would point me in any kind of direction?
I'm trying to think.
I'm willing to throw in my well-informed talent and give you a threat.
I think, let me try the best way to do it. So I think, all right. I think so. The looking into the weapons, it can kind of give you an extra clue into. I'll take the threat. Since you were so kind to offer.
I burned 2 momentum. You got a threat. It's fine.
And you are able basically to link it back to a shipment of contraband that was seized by Starfleet security. And one of the officers that was apparently involved in the sting that seized those weapons looks very similar to the description that the guy gave you of the Starfleet officer that he was working with.
Betazoid.
Are they Betazoid?
Yeah. The officer.
The officer in question.
Is it Shannara? I'm asking if
no, it is not Shannara.
Okay. Is it one of the 2 officers that came with Castrum?
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna say there we go. There we got
what
there.
What was his name? Krakatoa, whatever his name is.
Cronin.
That one.
2 of them, Cronin and Burr.
Cronin and Burr.
Okay. And Cronin was the one Shannara. Well, we don't know this.
But
Shannara let slip Cronin worked for her when she was talking to.
Yeah. Cool. I have seen Cronin though.
Yeah, so you could, be like, does it look like that one or does it look like that one?
Yes, yeah.
As soon as I get that confirmation, I shoot a message to Sosa's pad and just say whatever identifying characteristic of Cronin versus Burr that was available. Like, I don't remember what species Cronin was.
Both Cronin and Burr are human, to your knowledge.
Oh, they are human. Okay.
Yeah.
I will Yeah, I will shoot off like something to describe them, but not their name. So that Sosa has an idea of which one is not trustworthy.
Okay.
So, and then I'll go to the bridge. And that's where I'm gonna go.
Okay. I think, you arrive on the bridge. And you find Dr. Shannara currently occupying the captain's chair. And Lieutenant Commander Cronin is actually currently at the tactical station.
My tactical station?
Your very one.
Oh.
Messing with your
Lieutenant-
presets.
Yeah. Lieutenant Commander, I don't believe your input is necessary there.
Oh, my sincere apologies, Commander Vimes. I didn't mean to overstep. It's just that the acting captain has asked me to step in and assist with security matters, given the delicate nature of the situation.
Acting captain, have I been relieved of duty?
Shannara turns around. I was not planning on it. I would hope that you would remain at your post, unless you have a problem with serving under me.
I have a problem with people messing with my station, Doctor.
I'm so sorry. It's just everything's been happening so fast. I thought that it was going to be better if Lieutenant Commander Cronin could get up to speed quickly, get him the access codes that he needs. Be able to act quickly in a potential crisis should it arise. I do apologize.
Is there
I didn't
a
mean.
crisis I'm unaware of? I was only recently informed that the captain had been relieved.
Yes, it came as a shock to me too. I'm kind of still getting into the swing of things, getting up to speed with the situation. My understanding, also as it has been communicated to me by Lieutenant Commander Cronin, is that we are on the lookout for a potential mutiny among members of the crew. The crew of the Gallant. It seems as though Commander Brannigan may have been the head of a network of augments aboard the Gallant.
No.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that you don't believe it's true. I certainly don't want to believe that it's true. But regardless, those are the orders that have come down to me from Starfleet Intelligence. Currently, one of their officers is in critical condition in the med bay. I
Which
would
one?
say Commander. I'm so sorry. I just blanked on the name, and I'm get Kurt Castrum. Thank you. I was squinting, looking at the Chiron. Commander Castrum. Yes. No. Commander Castrum. Lieutenant Lane assaulted them. Lieutenant Lane, we believe, based on further investigation of their file, may also be augmented, and we are currently trying to determine how many other augments there are on board who could be connected to this conspiracy. I believe that we are also currently bringing over some additional security officers from Starbase 1 who will be able to assist with securing the ship.
That should be unnecessary. We will just have all of the human members stand down and exit the ship.
Do you think that's necessary?
You do not.
I personally feel like it would be better
You
to...
are making assumptions based on members of the crew's genetic makeup. Would it not be wise to just remove all of them until the testing is complete?
I would think that it would be better to potentially quarantine the problem until we can isolate the agitating vectors.
Holodeck 4 should be available.
So you were suggesting we isolate all the human members of the crew on Holodeck 4?
Yes. There cannot be a coup if they are all there.
She sort of looks over at Cronin and looks back at you and says, that might be the best course. I know that Captain Selleck was often one to defer to your judgment in security matters, and I personally see no reason to deviate from established policy while we're getting this whole situation worked out.
Shall I issue the order?
If you feel it appropriate.
That's not how the chain of command works on the bridge, Doctor. You know this. Am I issuing the order or am I not?
Go ahead and give me a control command.
Can I drop a deception on there?
Yeah, that would be appropriate in this case.
Please, little baby. I just ran my mouth off and I don't want to get in trouble for it. That is a 4. And oh my fucking god, it's a different dice, but it rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So that's I rolled 2 under, both of them were under my command.
All right.
So that's and a critical. So it's what, 5 successes?
Yeah.
No, I don't get triple successes. I don't get triple.
But still, 4 though.
4.
Yeah.
4.
But
yeah, I love this dice.
You get the sense that Shannara is trying to read you.
Yes.
And after a long moment of wondering whether you can sell this, it seems as though you have passed whatever test or scan that she was putting you to.
Yeah, I think if she gets any surface thoughts, it's I'm not going to listen to Nico berate me one more fucking time when I know what I'm doing.
I mean, if nothing else, you if nothing else, you got some experience recently from your interview with Castrum, so you know a little bit more what you're doing. And yeah, it seems as though you've been able to pass this test. If Shannara thinks that you are a double agent, she does not betray it on her face. I direct you to give the order, Commander.
Okay. I'll shoot out the order, and I will make it very clear that none of my human security personnel are to take part. They are to assist in quarantining and then quarantining themselves. But I am going to shoot like a little coded message to all of the security personnel to not trust anyone from Starfleet intelligence coming aboard. Something is wrong.
Hey guys, trap. LOL.
Look, if I haven't trained these motherfuckers for an internal coup, then I am failing as a Romulan security officer.
No, legit.
Once a year, Vimes takes them into the holodecks to play war games. But what it is they're just trapped in there long enough for them to forget they're in the holodeck, and then Vimes stages a coup.
Go ahead and give me a daring security to, since you are kind of trying to do this like under Cronin's eye.
Deception again?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. I need to spend a momentum, guys. I want to make sure this works. I've got a 10, but I want to make sure this works, if that's okay with you guys. Because the other one was a 17. I'm gonna burn it. Okay. That's 2 successes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I got a-
you
I got
are
a
pretty
12
sure
and a 10.
you are pretty sure you've been able to send your coded message without Cronin being the wiser. If he noticed, he is not betraying it, and you're
Okay.
kind of looking for that detection.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, what's Nico and Sosa getting up to?
So I think we were heading down to Medbay where we were going to talk shit
Mhm.
about Vimes. But I think
Like when we get there, I imagine like Sosa would like sort of poke her head in to make sure Shannara was there to overhear them and
And
find
so-
Medbay without Dr. Shannara
Yes.
in it.
Yeah, you find Medbay without Dr. Shannara in it. Currently within, you see the emergency medical hologram is active, and
That guy.
on one of the med beds is an apparently unconscious Commander Castrum.
oh, I want to look into that.
Sosa will like duck her head back out and be like, okay, new plan. We go see what the hell happened to this internal affairs officer that got knocked out, because obviously it is not a augment coup. So I feel like maybe he has information that he isn't supposed to have. That might
They're
help
a they,
us.
right?
I'm kind of swinging it all any vibe
Oh, okay.
for most of my
They-
characters these days.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Take your pick.
So they might have information that we might be able to use. So new plan of take out the EMH, which I've been waiting years to do anyway.
Sure. Okay, so do you want to like just like kick the plug out, or are you thinking about something like more visceral? Like how exactly
How are we doing this hollow murder? Oh, yeah,
do you want
yeah.
them to know it was you? Do you want them to be able to come back later when
This
we
is
need to
going
like
to
if we need
such
to
a weird
reboot them?
place.
Listen. Nico is in a very strange mindset right now. Their doctor, one of the people you're supposed to be able to entrust implicitly, is a shady little bitch who got 2 people fired and might be threatening my job. And is framing a bunch of my crew members.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
So, like, I'm feeling a little testy. Nico's just feeling a little scrappy, little testy.
I'm like, okay, so the equivalent of AI murder would be if we like corrupt his file. But I'm trying to decide if Sosa would do that or if she would go for the less permanent, like we just want him offline for the immediate future.
The classic stun versus kill argument.
It's the stun versus kill argument, but AI style.
But with AI Bashir.
AI Bashir.
AI Bashir.
Our little AI twink. All right, what do we think?
Disrupting him is easier because disrupting is something that can. Disrupting won't raise any kind of like alarms. If a major system goes completely offline and is inaccessible to the computer will flag that. If he's just turned off and can't restart right away, that's different.
All right, we can cause him to restart, and then we can have enough time to hopefully bring that officer around and ask them what they know, without the EMH here to witness. And yeah, hopefully that will raise less red flags.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst, we just restart them and then we just get the officer out and
Okay.
take him to someplace
So
else where we can.
I'll go in, and under the guise of, stepping in to assist with medical issues while Dr. Shannara has been called up to the bridge. And then you take the EMH offline?
Yeah, sounds good. You distract him.
Awesome.
I'll do the technical engineering things.
Hell yeah. All right. And break. So Sosa's gonna head into medbay.
Hello, Commander. What is the nature of the medical emergency?
No medical emergency for me. I'm here to assist with medical needs while Dr. Shannara has become necessary on the bridge and is not able to fulfill her role here in medbay.
Very good. Yes, unfortunately, with Dr. Shannara being needed on the bridge and Lieutenant Lane being in the wind, we are a little bit short-staffed right now.
Yes, hence why I'm here. Say, it's been a minute since I've actually done a full shift. Why don't you, just give me a quick reorientation of where everything is in the medbay these days?
Okay. Give you a quick. I'm gonna call that a daring command.
You would.
Yeah. pretty brazen deception we're engaging in here.
What are you talking about? I just desperately want
A tour.
A tour of the medbay. Because I try not to come down here if I can help it. All right. You said daring command?
Daring command, yeah.
I did get one success.
I've just bought you 2 more momentum.
Yeah, just
had fun.
I was gonna say, also,
baby.
If we need more than one success to succeed, I do have the talent of backup plan, which is whenever you or an ally fail a task, as long as I am present at the scene, we can get an additional momentum. Which is just, I gotta do something.
Fortunately, it seems like the EMH is reasonably credulous. Of course, very well. Well, right here we have, of course, is where we store the dermal regenerators.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes, great. Yes.
And begins to give you a tour, a grand tour of the Gallant's med bay.
Indeed. Fascinating stuff.
Mm-hmm. And while that is going on, Nico, what's your play?
So the EMH is part of the computer, but it's located specifically to the medical bay's computer. So I think what I want to do is I want to cause basically an electrical surge in the computer that'll force it to reboot, basically.
Okay.
Something that'll look, not unlike, just like a computer error where a test went missing. A surge of power that caused a computer to restart.
Give me a daring engineering.
Okay. I'm going to use daring engineering and okay. So that's going to be, I got to roll under 14. And I'm going to invoke my talent of I know my ship, which is whenever I attempt a task, I get an additional d20 for free. So I'm going to be rolling 3 of them.
Okay.
1, 7, 12. Under 14.
Alrighty then. And we tend to use this scanner in particular for scanning post-gangly. What is the nature of your medical emergency?
As soon as EMH goes offline, Sosa is gonna grab a hypo spray and like try, injecting something into Castrum to bring them around.
Yeah, you doing an examination of Castrum. They are in a coma right now, but you are able to pretty quickly determine that this is a medically induced coma, and you should be able to bring them out of it. Like, there doesn't seem to be like normally puts them into a medically induced coma to, stop something else from getting worse. There is nothing of that in the case with Castrum, so you can basically bring them out anytime with your 24th century medical technology.
Cool. Absolutely. Sosa is gonna be like, fuck yeah, and like rouse them with a hypospray, no doubt.
Yeah. And yeah, Castrum, you come blearily back to consciousness.
Lieutenant Commander Reen.
Officer, we have some questions that we're hoping you can help us with.
Questions that we might not want to answer here. The computer's not going to stay down forever. So,
Yes.
Do you feel up for taking a stroll?
Well, I don't fancy staying here.
I've got an excellent Jeffries tube not that far away.
Lead the way.
Yep, let's go. Let's get in the tube.
Get in the tube, baby. It's tube time.
This is the best place to have your little secret.
Tubular.
Tubular bells.
So,
Goldfield.
do you have any idea what they might have done to Lieutenant Lane?
I can't say that I know specifically what they did to Lieutenant Lane, but if Lieutenant Lane is MIA, as it were, then I suppose that would mean that Shannara is taking action.
Shannara's taken over the ship, and Lane is your attacker for Shannara.
That is not true. The hologram hyposprayed me while I was talking to Shannara.
Nico just stops what they're doing, turns to Sosa, and is like, "You were so right."
Never trusted that bitch. All right. And why is it that they felt the need to attack you?
Oh, right. How do I put this? You two seem like you're trustworthy. Your other friend seems like she might have a lot going on.
Vimes,
You just seem trustworthy. The other one, well, they seem like they're under a lot of stress.
Vimes has lived quite a life. But also, Vimes is part of this ship.
I am well aware, and I know you have your loyalties to each other. Dr. Shannara is a member of an intelligence, not an intelligence organization specifically, but a sort of sub-organization of Starfleet called Section 31. At least from what I surmised and her own admission of it. And she has set out to use a list of augments in this ship, and I would presume on Starfleet as a whole, to make an example of Brannigan and coax augments into working for them, out of fear for their secret being exposed.
Well, when the captain told us that he was being relieved of his position, and that I wasn't able to take command because you guys have said that I'm withholding information, and then Brannigan's in jail, hence why Shannara is taking command. They mentioned that part of it is that they're saying that Brannigan was planning an augmented related coup on this ship.
I would say that lines up with the information that I have.
As in, you believe he was planning that, or you believe that that is the story that they would?
No, I believe that that is I believe that that fabricated story aligns with Shannara's goals very well.
We also might have reason to think it was Shannara who leaked the information about who was an augment in Starfleet in the first place.
That might have also come from my officer, who appears to work for her.
Yes, that the description of the person who Vimes traced back.
Yeah, we've been
does
texting.
appear. Does
And
appear
I
to be.
looked down at my pad. It's like, oh, I'm looking at the text message. Just, oh, I'm supposed to go quarantine in the holodeck.
Who issued the command to relieve your captain of duty?
Selleck just said that came from command. He didn't give us a specific name. He just said Starfleet command due to his deteriorating mental state linked to his medical condition. They're using his medical condition against him.
I see. That is,
which I'm sure that information was gotten by Shannara as well, because it's not something that he's made public.
Oh, yeah, that was also on her computer. Okay. I mean, this is a rough situation. I'm not exactly sure where the authority of Section 31 ends and the authority of Starfleet Command begins, just because of how incredibly evasive Section 31 is as an organization. But I might be able to convince the Admiralty to give Selleck his ship back. I just don't know.
Either Selleck or me. Either way, it cannot be Shannara. She's going to take my crew, and she's going to do terrible things to them.
Above table, can I check where the order was issued from, and if that is somewhere along the chain of command that I would have access to put a sort of stopper on as intelligence, or...
So I'm going to say, so it comes from the Admiralty, but it is coming on the recommendation of Starfleet Intelligence, whom it doesn't seem it's coming directly through your chain of command, but you do have access to your superior, Captain Tabok, who did send you on this mission and might be involved, but you don't know if they are or not.
That is not...
You did get, when you were scanning surface thoughts with them, that they were hiding something about this investigation from you, that you couldn't tell what. And then there's also the question of Burr.
Nobody knows where that guy is, or what he's doing, or who he's talking to, or what job he has. There's a calculated risk I could take to put you back in charge of the Gallant, but I can't say for sure that it'll work, and it might just put me back in a coma. So I could also just skip straight to the Admiralty. My recommendation as the chief investigator of this particular case should be taken with some amount of urgency.
Well, would it help if we give you the information that Vimes passed to us about the fact that this information was leaked in an illegal arms deal by one of...
Okay, just out of curiosity, you acquired this information from the black market?
No.
Right, so how do you know that?
How do I know what?
Vimes is an excellent investigator.
Right, everyone's an excellent investigator.
Knows of certain unsavory contacts, you know.
But it's not black market information.
Vimes
didn't pay anything to get this information. Vimes just asked questions and people offered it up willingly.
Yes.
I'm on your side. I just need to know if one of you spoke with a black market dealer for this information.
Oh no, not me.
Okay, fine, it was me. I bought the list when I was trying to make that vaccine on the planet, and then I didn't tell anybody about it, but because I knew it existed, after everything magically started outing augments right afterwards, we had an idea about how to try to trace back how this information got compiled in the first place. So, you know.
Okay, excellent. That's really helpful. Thank you. Cool.
Michael's like, I still didn't do anything. Either way.
Don't know if I can trust my superior. I don't know if we can trust.
Oh, listen.
I've been thinking about this a little bit, and I can't tell if this is a terrible idea or a good idea. So they're trying to like make it out to be that there's this vast conspiracy and like the augments are all like working together and they're gonna like have a coup or something, right?
Mhm.
What if we cut them off at the legs by reaching out to all the augments that we know exist in Starfleet via this list and try to get them to all step forward at the same time?
So
They would risk their position in Starfleet, but it would take away that idea that there is a secret and a threat.
that I don't know how to put this. It's not technically a terrible idea. What I mean to say is that it fundamentally from a viewpoint of cutting Shannara off at the pass, that would work. All of the consequences that cascade off of that,
Yeah,
I'm not
obviously there
sure.
would be the separate issue then of us having to figure out what the hell happens to all those people after they come forward if we can't sway public opinion that, no, seriously, augments have been in Starfleet for forever and it's fine, actually.
I think it's better if we try to undermine Shannara's credibility and undermine Starfleet's confidence in her as a loyal member. If somebody who is her direct command, who she's made it known to you, Castrum, that, you know, reports to her and she issues orders to, is part of this. She's trying to present this information to Starfleet as useful information that they can use, but it's also information that she's willingly allowed to be sold off for illegal arms, which could be an action against Starfleet. I think we have more traction and legs there about proving that she is not trustworthy.
Right.
Also,
So
she attacked you.
she did attack me, which is what I was going to say, which is against Starfleet protocol. But
we've got lots of. But that's
right
the thing.
there,
It's like,
right there. That, you know, so that is against the rules. I do have to flag you for that.
but that's the thing. It's like it's a mounting pattern of behavior that's untrustworthy of a Starfleet officer and unbecoming of somebody in command.
how much does your crew trust you, Commander Baird?
I would personally, I would think they trust Baird a lot. Like,
I have a good rapport with the crew. They all know that I care about them. They all know that I would do anything for them, and in many situations I have.
Good. Can you stall?
Absolutely. How long do you need?
I just need a chance to convince the Admiralty to hear my report in person. I can't risk going through my superior officer because he was hiding something when he gave me this mission. So I do not know where this information would be most useful. I think it would be most useful in the Admiralty, especially because Captain Selleck did not deserve to be deposed. So whatever the three of you feel you need to do to buy that time, you have my permission as a commander of the intelligence to do that as an official part of this investigation.
Cool. So you want to see me go get in a fight with Vimes?
do I ever? But first, study up on the report that Vimes made about you so that you can see what Vimes is expecting and how Vimes would plan to counter it so that you can counter the counter.
I mean, I'm just going to yell at them for a little bit, and then if I can convince them through interpretive argumentative body language that they need to swing on me, then I'm going to bite.
When all else fails,
Intrepid class.
And
That's
then,
fucking fantastic.
Cool. Good luck.
thanks.
Neat
not-
plan. Have fun with that.
Just tell us when you're. We need a little bit of time. So you go ahead, get off the ship. Tell us. Comms back to when you are close. Because I can fight with Vimes, but I can't fight with Vimes for like days.
I will sync our calendars so you know when my meeting is to begin.
All right. And as soon as that starts, I am getting on it.
Do not leave this starbase if you can help the Gallant from not doing that.
You're telling me not to steal the ship.
It would be better for us if you stole the ship as opposed to Shannara leaving dock. But do not presuppose her command is over.
So you got any of those hyper sprays? In case we need to.
Yeah, I mean, technically we can, let's go raid Shannara's, med lab for some uppers. Well, I'll go raid it. You should not be seen, because you're supposed to report.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be on the holodeck
quarantine.
right now. I'm just going to be crawling around at the tubes until further notice.
All, like, die hard up in the, vents.
In the walls. I'm actually, like, hanging out like this right above the bridge. Just watching. I'm reading everyone's mail over their shoulders. That guy's playing solitaire.
All right. So, what is everyone's plan?
I guess Sosa is going back and trying to do some light.
Sosa's gonna pretend to work in the med bay.
No, I was gonna go steal drugs. Drugs. You wanted some uppers. I'm gonna go get you drugs. Drugs.
I want you to be able to knock out those bitches, and if I need you to knock out them bitches.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're going for that. Got it.
Yeah.
Add some downers to the stack. Yeah.
Yeah, uppers and downers.
This is
What
the
you
us
want? I
pile,
got the
that's
whole.
the them
I got the
pile.
whole supply. What you looking for, babe? What kind of party you want today?
I will say yes. You are at this point able to, with your medical access codes and nobody stopping you, and a can-do attitude, able to steal any requisite hypos that you need.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Castrum is off to leverage their recently comatose state to get a meeting with the Admiralty to report their case.
Okay, cool.
Can I because I'm sure everybody's being checked into the holodeck. Can I disguise that Bard is not there and that Castrum has left the ship somehow?
Okay.
Because I'm
yeah.
Yeah, I think me not reporting to the quarantine is enough of a sign to Vimes that it's like, I'm doing something.
Yeah, and I would immediately have ping the person there to be like, Commander Bard is there.
Yeah, no, I think
you made a mistake.
given the pre-work that you have done, it not challenging to get them to check Commander Bard into the system and fuzz any communications from Commander Castrum.
Got it. Cool. Yeah.
All right. So Castrum is currently going to be trying to contact the Admiralty. Nico, what are you doing?
I am getting myself as close to the bridge as I can be so that I can make an entrance for my stalling stage fight with Vimes when I know that Castrum is in position.
Okay.
So that I can stall. So I am in fact probably like in a nearby Jeffrey's tube waiting for the best moment to come onto the bridge. I do plan on using the regular door to the bridge, so I'm not actually sitting in the
Dropping out of the
ceiling.
ceiling.
I'm not actually gonna do that.
Not kicking a panel loose and dropping right down on Vimes.
No, I don't want to induce panic.
That's fair.
All right. So what is Castrum putting in their missive through which they are trying to contact the Admiralty?
I mean, first they're leading with the recent report regarding the USS Gallant was to any extent falsified. I was not able to sign off on the report as I was put into a medical coma. I have information concerning the relief of duty of Captain Selleck and the Ascension 2 duty of Captain Shannara. And I would like to speak with the Admiralty directly, given the recent compromisation of my investigation.
And your request goes through. You have sent this transmission. You're waiting for a reply. Before you receive a reply through official channels, you are receiving a message wave to the console you are currently working at. It is a secure channel that you know to be used by Captain Tabak.
Castrum will answer it.
Commander, I am given to understand that you may have an interesting sitrep for me.
All due respect, Captain, I need to take this one straight past you.
I'm not actually objecting to that, Commander. I, in fact, think that is probably a wise course of action, given the current circumstances. I am asking you for a sitrep. I need to know the situation on the ground, Commander. If I'm going to help you.
The security breach on the Gallant is not what we thought it was. And I don't know if you know that for sure or not, which is why I need to go straight to the Admiralty.
I suspected. This is why I sent you. I'm sorry that you were caught in the crossfire the way you were, but that is sometimes a hazard of our line of work.
To be quite frank with you, actually, this is going to be an incredible look for me when I'm done. So, crossfire be damned, thank you.
I will make a note to write you up for a special commendation in the event that either of us manage to make it out of this with our careers intact. Now, what is the situation?
Dr. Shannara has information regarding the genetic status of everyone on the Gallant and is using it to leverage herself into the captaining of the Gallant for purposes of improper speculation. Unbecoming of a Starfleet officer.
And what is the present situation aboard the Gallant?
Shannara has taken command. Cronin, I believe, is at her side, given what I have been told. And the crew are in line.
That is problematic.
Not so. Not all of the crew are in line, and given my interviews, I believe the 3 most apt crew members to not be in line are able to keep the Gallant here as long as we need to.
Do you think that... No, that would unduly expose you. Perhaps I will simply offer idle speculation. Until we can get this situation under control and assess the full extent of the damage and infiltration that has so obviously occurred to our apparatus, take that, in whatever context you feel that you need to, that it would be better if the personnel of the Gallant were not at the mercy of Starfleet security.
Captain, I will follow any orders you give me, and as long as those orders can be exacted upon this ship, I will exact them. I have at least one officer here who I'm willing to communicate with and issue orders to on behalf of intelligence and our investigation. And until such a time as the damage is assessed, I am treating this as an open investigation for the purposes of this exact situation. My discretion allowed.
I'm afraid we are well past the point of discretion here, Commander. We're dangerously close to being off the reservation, as I believe some of our human comrades would put it. I'm not in a position to be issuing you orders at this time regarding the current situation. I can only offer speculation as to what might improve the circumstances. I will back your request to the Admiralty for a hearing. However, while those wheels are turning, I personally do not think that we should leave the crew of the Gallant, any member of them, in Section 31's hands. However, that needs to happen. Now, you're going to be getting a call from Admiral Kim in approximately 30 seconds. Say whatever you feel you need to. Use your discretion. If you need me, I'll be in the holodeck.
I just have one question. On your best estimation, how many are aboard?
You'll have to clarify.
Non-Gallant personnel, of your best estimation. I can count 2, but if it is more than that, I would need to know before I issue any instigating commands.
I can't be sure exactly how many would be among any security detail they would bring in from Starbase 1, but presumably at least several. I suspect that that is the reason for the request, so they can shore up their numbers. I would assume that none of them can be trustworthy. However, Burr can be trusted.
God damn it. Fuck!
He's a himbo.
I understand. I will relay that information to trustworthy contacts. Thank you, Commander. Captain.
And yeah, Tabak will walk off screen and this transmission ends, and sure enough, about 30 seconds later, you get a wave from Starfleet Command, and you are connected to a very grumpy-looking Admiral Harry Kim. It's Commander.
Admiral.
That's quite a story you've spun.
Not just a story. Happens to be the truth.
You know, I hear that a lot from Starfleet intelligence, and sometimes it's even true.
Well, given the nature and culture of my upbringing, I'm sure you'll understand that I have no interest in deceiving you or any of the Admiralty, which is why I thought to come to you as soon as I woke up.
And you would like to convene a tribunal.
Whatever needs to be convened to get this sorted out.
It's going to take some doing. Fortunately, we're at least in Sol System. Starbase 1 isn't that far. I'm pretty sure I'm going to call in some favors and get this ad hoc situation set up. But I need to know that you feel that you're confident in what you're saying. The only reason why I'm even taking this call is because of the respect that I personally have for Captain Tabak.
I feel more than confident that the evidence that I've collected proves exactly what I am claiming. Or will be claiming when such a tribunal is called.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. We should be able to have the tribunal ready within the next... How quickly do you need this?
I would like an hour to collect my thoughts, but beyond that, the time is at your discretion.
I think I can probably have 3 admirals together aboard Starbase 1 to conduct this tribunal within 12 hours if we crunch it. Can you work with that?
More than enough time, Admiral. I appreciate your willingness to expedite.
All right, well, both Jafron and Crude owe me, so suppose let's not waste any more time, shall we, Commander?
I should hope not.
Kim out.
Castrum out. Castrum would like to just shoot a quick call to Nyko, wheresoever they may be.
Just opens it up, opens up the comm on their pad, and you see them kind of like, they appear to be somewhere cramped and industrial.
That's a good section of tube. I like the relays that go in there. Listen,
It's quiet.
you need to... I would suggest that the 3 of you find a reason to evacuate the ship onto Starbase 1, and then once it is just you and whomsoever you can trust, as long as it is only Shannara and Cronin, or a number which you will supersede with your crew, make scarce the USS Gallant from this starbase. That is to say, do not find a way if you can find a way to get people off of your ship, do so. You can only trust Burr, who is apparently being left behind to this security threat.
I've got some thoughts.
At your discretion, Commander.
Do I have to take her with me, or can I get her off the boat too?
It would be good for all of us if you happened to have her on board. I just need you to buy some time. The tribunal will not be called for 12 hours. I will be staying aboard Starbase 1 in my quarters to avoid any further intervention.
You need to get us Brannigan back.
Mm-hmm.
You need to trust that I will get Brannigan out of this. If you want your ship to stay intact and if you want Selleck back in command, I need you to trust me. You will have both, and you have my word. The truth prevails more.
Deal. Good luck.
And to you.
I'm gonna go down to engineering, where thankfully most of the head engineering crew is not human. And I'm gonna see about faking an oxygen leak, see how many people I can get back onto the Starforce, onto the base.
Absolutely not. We're going to smash cut to Lieutenant Commander Osset.
Let me
like,
out!
It's like absolutely not. I just got the life support systems working
I'm not saying we have to do
properly.
it to the life. I don't want to do it to the life support system for
Just
real.
do you know how hard
I want to
work?
fake it.
You're talking about
We need the life support to work because we're going into
about my
space.
baby, Nico. So many chief engineers. They're engine heads. They're all about the size of their nacelles. But you know what? You know what you have with fast engines and no life support? A really, really fast coffin.
Yeah, I agree. No, I am.
And okay.
I want to fake it. I don't want to do anything to it. I don't want to do anything to her for real. I just want to get the people who don't know her off the boat.
You owe me big. Like
Yeah.
no, I mean really big. I mean for real this time. Nico, you owe me big.
Okay. You want it in writing? I'll put it in writing.
No.
It's probably not a good thing to do considering what we're about to do, but I would if you wanted me to.
All right, let me grab the DAC. We can probably blow something up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to send
I love
a.
this set.
Can I use your computer real quick? Send a message to Vimes.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna pop in there and send a coded message to Vimes. It's gonna be. Let's see. I think the message that Vimes gets from Oset's station just says it says drill in quotation marks.
Mm.
And then after that, so it's the word drill in quotation marks, and then evacuate non-essentials.
Mm-hmm. But it's in code.
That is, to Nico's mind, that is the code. This is a drill. Evacuate non-essentials, meaning not us, the fucking newbies.
Is Cronin still standing next to me when this message comes in from engineering?
I'm gonna say yes. And
Yeah.
How do I keep him from noticing this?
he's-
How?
I just did a high-low. He's not looking.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, I will immediately read it, delete it, and act like I'm just clearing out messages as they're coming in from a reduced staff, asking, who goes where. How do I make this? How do I sell this? Where's Sosa? I want to ping Sosa and ask where Sosa is. Are you coming up to the bridge? Or are you lurking somewhere?
I think we established I got a bunch of drugs and I'm starting a party somewhere on the ship. No, I mean, I was told that there was going to be a fight. I was going to get to look forward to Nico,
Correct.
so like I would probably, be heading up to the bridge.
Okay, I will shoot Sosa a message that says, oh, now I gotta think about how to phrase this.
Yeah. How are you going to be get the point across while being circumspect? Like, come on, let's do it.
It will just say,
What is wrong with you?
I mean, valid.
Lots of things,
it'll-
according to many people.
I turned over and my cats are both in my dirty laundry basket. Like,
it smells like mom. Okay, so it will say change of plans. Meet me on bridge. Be prepared to take advantage.
not
I will
ominous
immediately
at all.
And I will send that from my personal data pad, not from the ship's computer. So just like one hand be doing that and the other hand just quickly typing out. So.
Okay.
And I will wait for a boom, and then I'm going to deck Cronin.
Hell yeah.
Sorry. Repeat that. You cut out for a second for me. So you're going to wait for what in deck, Cronin?
I'm going to wait for a boom.
Okay, cool.
Our drill, and then I'm going to deck Cronin.
Okay. All right.
I hope Sosa has made it in time to see this breakout. And
Yes,
just
I think yes. Yeah. So I think you're in position.
That position being spectator for the Fight Club.
Yeah, if Sosa can be on the bridge, that would be great because I'm going to need Sosa to dose Shannara.
Nico's downstairs.
We taking the ship, aren't we? Yeah, okay.
Oh, we're taking the ship.
Nico's down there waiting for the alert for life support to be failing so that she can direct all the non-Gallant people who have recently joined the ship right back off and be like,
yeah.
I have removed my pips because most of these people don't recognize me, and I'm just a bitch in a red uniform here from engineering to tell you to get off.
Oh, Brendan, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to send a message to the captain that says we need, it just says, playtime over. Need you to make sure everyone gets off going on a joyride.
We're gonna be pirates.
Anyone who stays on the ship, that's fine.
What have I done?
JT, go get your eye patch. I know you have it.
I do. It's right here.
JT wears an eye patch in our other game.
Amazing.
Yo ho ho.
I can't see anything anymore.
Yeah, no.
I am legitimately blind.
All right. Well, I guess it's Nico, whenever you want to start the party.
Yep. I think Nico, like I said, removing the pips, making themselves look like a regular engineering crew member, kind of locates where most of the new oncoming members of the security force from the new station are as they're entering, and I think he sends the signal to Osset and says, light it up.
And yeah, it just you get the message back in all caps, you owe me. And then then you hear the red alert start going off, and there is a rumble from elsewhere in the ship, and the computer voice that starts alerting everyone over the comms. Alert! There has been a gas breach. Alert! Alert! Life support failing. Alert! Please report to your evacuation stations. Alert!
It's like you gotta
Elbow
go.
into Cronin's face.
All right, go ahead. So, say Nyko for now is successful in kind of hurting the people who
Yes.
are not really any the wiser. 2, get the drop on Cronin. Go ahead and give me a fitness security.
Okay.
Roll
can
that
use,
Tybo.
Can I use my value of push me too far and you'll see my ugly side?
You know what? Yeah, that's the tracks.
I'm feeling a little pushed.
Yeah.
Fucking love this dice. That's a 3 and 4.
Sorry, that's what? 2. Wait, no, it's what? 4
3.
successes. 3. Okay, cool.
4. No. It should be 4. I rolled under my security, but I don't know if that matters for values. I don't remember how that works.
Yeah, value. We're kind of playing fast and loose. We can call a value a focus. That sounds good. Only
Okay.
part of the rules we're mostly using.
Oh, you have to use an extra threat on me for this.
I know.
Hmm.
I know. Okay. Well, didn't do anything. I rolled like all. I rolled 3 dice. I spent a threat to do it, and I spent a threat for an extra die, and so I ended up rolling a total of 3 die. 1 was cocked, so I re-rolled it again. All of them were a 15 or higher.
Yeah.
Do I break his jaw? I would like to break his jaw.
No, but
Damn.
you haven't broken his jaw, but you have knocked him out in that way that you could just kind of do to people on TV very easily.
There's the loud sound effect. His arms do go up like this before he hits the ground.
Yeah.
Slumps against the console, and I want to use that momentum to spin and grab Shannara by the hair so that
Wow.
so that Sosa can hypo spray her.
Okay. All right. Go.
I feel like I watch you do that, and I just I'm like, yeah. Oh, me. Right. Okay.
Not a human in sight.
Okay. So you grab a hold of Shannara, but she is fighting back, and you are in a grapple with her.
Okay,
So Sosa,
cool.
if you can try to hypo Shannara, but it is going to be a roll to try and get in there and not get
hypo vibes instead.
Not get vibes, yeah.
Hell yeah!
I have faith in you. Use as many momentum as you need. I like.
Yeah.
Do it.
What am I rolling?
I'm gonna call this a fitness medicine.
That's fair.
Can we apply my talent of field medicine? Or my focus of emergency medicine.
I'm gonna say
Field medicine.
no.
When attempting a medicine task, you may ignore any increase in difficulty or complication range for working without the proper tools or equipment.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, that's not really what this is. I appreciate you trying, but yeah, no, this is not really going to work for this one.
I appreciate the hustle.
Yeah.
So you said it was medicine, and I'm sorry, what, fitness?
Yeah, medicine and fitness. Yeah.
All right,
What are you rolling under?
I got to get under 12. So you know what? We are just going to go ahead and just add 1 momentum to my pool.
Yeah, just to start. In case you need to, we can burn another one.
Just a little extra. Well, it would have been a little extra if one of my dice hadn't rolled all the way off my desk and down the back. So we're going to roll a different die for that momentum.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to that die.
One of the
that's
cats will find.
2 successes, though.
Okay.
Is that enough?
Yes, that will be sufficient.
Your sacrifice
Grab that
was
bitch by the hair.
appreciated, die.
Yep.
Wherever you are.
You are able to dive into the scuffle, and yeah, just barely, just kind of barely missing Vimes with the with the hypo, and manage to knock Shannara out.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And the other officers of the bridge are just kind of standing around like,
Congratulations, everyone. You have successfully subdued an illegal coup of the ship. I will write commendations for all of you.
I think Maiko comes jogging back onto the bridge after having escorted off the newbies. Kind of skids on board and says, "Helmsman, disengage from the station."
Captain. What? Although, as the flight, so the ensign is, of course, obviously a member of the helmsman is a member of the flight crew, and you see them look over the shoulder, and say, what about the crew aboard Starbase One? What about Commander Brannigan?
Commander Castrom has taken them under their personal responsibility and has assured me they will be returned to us when it is safe for us to return. In the meantime, we have their Commander Burr. Speaking of, and I lean over and I'm like, paging Lieutenant Burr, please come to the bridge. We'll be back for Brannigan.
Lieutenant Burr, please come validate our coup that was like a rightful coup as opposed to their coup, which was a bad coup.
Bad coup.
We didn't coup.
Coup.
We maintained our status. We maintained the Gallant status quo, is what we
Correct.
Yes, very totally different. It's it's just going to depend on which orders get determined to have been illegal ultimately.
Yep. But you know what? That's something that we're going to find out when we're already in space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I think Naiko's just going to go through the commands necessary for getting us out of here.
Yep. I am strapping Shannara and Cronin to each other and like old school, like I plan to put them on some railroad tracks kind of style, like
What, in
they're
the
not
Looney
going
Tunes?
anywhere. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Their wrists are bound in front of them where I can watch them too. Like I'm relieving them of anything they may have in their uniforms that would contribute to their escape. All of it.
All right. Well, and next you are looking to disengage from Starbase One and book it.
Yep, we are going into space.
Okay. In that case, before we're doing this, so Castrom, did you evacuate with the non-essential personnel?
Yeah, Castrom is in a corner of Starbase One somewhere where they feel they will not be found or disrupted.
Watching this happen, going, I've made a terrible mistake.
I think it's closer to like they did that really fast.
Like I said, I think this is more assigned to everyone how remarkably well behaved and within the lines we have been. We could have been being worse this whole time.
For all the shenanigans, just think of how bad we could be.
I know.
All right, so you know that while you are disengaging and trying to make your escape, that very likely Starbase One is immediately going to try and get you in a tractor beam. So you are going to have to go to warp very fast in very close proximity to a starbase, which is not
sure are.
easy.
Which is great because one of my talents is testing a theory.
Of course it is. All right. Okay. Well, in that case, Nico, go ahead and give me a daring con.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we assist in any way, shape, or form?
Would I be using the ships for this, or
Let's see. That would be
amazing? Am I using mine or the ships?
No, I'm gonna say you're gonna use yours. Yeah,
Okay.
daring and calm.
Okay, so that is. I gotta roll under 12. I get 3 die to start.
Let's fucking go.
That is a 9, 11, and a 14, so 2 successes.
Okay. I think you're gonna need one more.
Okay, I will definitely spend a momentum to roll another die.
Okay.
For a 7, so that is 3 successes under 12.
Okay. Well, that will do it. And yeah, Castrum, I think from your quarters aboard Starbase One, you see as the Gallant disengages from Starbase One, and you are actually rocked a little bit. Starbase One sort of rattles on its foundations as Gallant pretty much immediately engages its warp engines and is gone pretty much just as you hear the first alarm klaxons going off.
I think Castrum falls down when the ship enters warp.
Just
they are not an engineer, but I did mention in chat that if they weren't intelligence, they would be. And I do think they know what a terrible, terrible idea that is.
They haven't hung out with Nico enough to know that Nico actually suggests going back in time around the nearest sun at every minor inconvenience.
Correct.
We are out of here.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Go back to Enzurus.
Right. So
I get the feeling that Enzurus will be willing to harbor us.
Right?
For the time being.
Right. We did them a big favor.
And as you are off now contemplating your fresh status as mutineers, Starfleet mutineers, say Castrum back here on Starbase One, contemplating if you've made the right decision here, and assembling your notes for the tribunal you're going to be testifying before in a matter of hours, that you get a message from Captain Tabak asking if you would be willing to join them on one of the holodecks on Starbase One.
I don't see why not. Did already offer me a leg of trust, an olive branch. I suppose I could extend the same for him.
And you head down and you find that, yeah, reservation has already been made. There is, it looks as though you'll be joining an online program. Tabak is not there in person. You'll be joining a subspace game that they are currently involved with.
A game?
A game, apparently.
Okay. Castrum is a little wary of using the holodeck for something other than interrogations, but will...
Wait, what do you mean for recreation? What do you think we built these things for? We all
I didn't know there could be anything other than white rooms with chairs. Yeah, Castrum will go in.
Okay. You step inside and you are met by a warm breeze. you are stepping onto grass between stacked rows of seats. It is dark in this outdoor environment. There are lights on, floodlights that illuminate the field of play. I think you recognize this particular game, though you've never played. It's an Earth game called baseball. There's a diamond shape in the middle, a cage on one side. You're not really sure how it all interacts. You've just seen pictures, and there are two people just sort of alone here in the field who appear to be tossing a ball back and forth. You recognize one of them immediately as Captain Tabok, wearing a uniform that you realize now you've seen hanging in his office before. Just never really made the connection to an Earth sport. And he's wearing a glove, I guess you use in that sport, tossing a ball back and forth to another Vulcan, dressed in a similar uniform, that you realize after a moment appears to be Captain Selleck.
Captain Tabok, I did not...
Commander, please join us. We're just blowing off some steam, I think, is what the human expression is. There's a spare glove on the bench over there if you want to join.
Oh, I'm not big on physical means of I'm not big on sports. I like a good star race once in a while, maybe. But the Earth sports and I've never particularly been.
You don't need to explain further. I can understand your skepticism. Frankly, I never thought that I would enjoy this game as much as I do, prior to Captain Selleck and I serving on the Tecumseh together. I wanted to apologize again for placing you in harm's way and for not being able to give you the full extent of your mission parameters before sending you in.
Well, Captain, I don't think an apology is necessary. I think I've more than expressed my admiration for this sort of task, as well as being able to find the pieces that you were not able to give me. I feel I've proven that I, in fact, almost prefer being left in the dark about those things.
Still, you're going to have quite a grilling ahead of you from the Admiralty, and you are, well, all of us are in a very precarious position as of currently. The die is cast.
Indeed it is, but truth will prevail.
I wish I shared your confidence. Nevertheless, truth does not prevail if we don't fight for it. And it is around that time that you see Captain Selleck's hollow image start to fade as the Gallant leaves effective subspace range for shared hollow programs. Pretty much just as he has just chucked the ball back to Tabok. And Tabok turns to you and says, and sort of extends his gloved hand with a baseball in it and just says, "Are you sure? You might like it."
I suppose since I ruined your afternoon with Selleck, I can stand in.
And I think that's where we're going to end this particular session of Star Trek Gallant.
We did it. We stole our ship.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna see.
pirates.
We're gonna see where things go in the next and final episode of Star Trek Gallant. We're not there just yet, but we're almost. We're here in the home stretch. We're gonna see what happens to our crew of intrepid mutineers. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you hung out, if you chatted, especially if you donated, it really does mean the world to us. That is the reason why we do this. We could not do any of this without you. We're going to go through and have everybody do their outros and their plugs, starting with Cass.
I'm here. I was Lieutenant Vimes. Everything's fine. I think the happiest Sosa's probably ever seen Vimes was yanking Shannara's hair. It's very satisfying. Let's see, where will you see me next? You will see me. I am looking at my calendar and I can read my calendar. You see me on Sunday over on Tales from the Table Studios for Sundered Skies, our Fabulous Ultimate campaign. I got booped by 2 different gods last campaign. One helped me, and the other one I found out I was built to destroy. So, it's fine. There's not thoughts in that brain. And then you will see me and JT on Tales from the Table Studios on Tuesday for Sentai and Sensibility campaign, Knights of Magic and Mystery. Yeah, I'm being a very, very kind, considerate GM in that game. And then me and JT yet again on Thursday on Entropy Emporium for God Complex, our Girl by Moonlight campaign. Things are happening. Things are happening. That's where I'm going to stop.
All right. And Julia.
Hi. This has been a very good, exciting time. I'm... so much has happened and so much is still yet to come. I should in theory be back on Saturday morning for our Saturday morning cartoon slot for Class Reunion. We have killed not the big bad of the game, but we killed Mansardane, who is arguably more important to us as players. So we are wrapping up. So we're now dealing with the aftermath of that and then going towards fighting the actual big bad. So I'll be there as Kelly Violet. Other than that, in general, I'm always here on LFTA doing things every other Sunday. I'm Lyra Kroll in Academy H. She's no longer the leader. She is about to get her shit rocked. Every other Tuesday, I am Eve Vey in Sayer House 6. I will be here one last Wednesday, and then every other Thursday in Never Ember's Enigma as Lavinia Hale. Remember, ACAB does include Lavinia Hale. That's it. Everything I do for LFTA. I live here. I die here.
And Rouge.
Hello, I'm Rouge. I have been Lieutenant Commander Cesarine. I've got nothing. I don't stream. This is it. But if you follow me on Instagram, I do participate in Extra Life, separate from here, so different fundraising. And we are gearing up for the big game day in November, so we'll be starting to do some streaming ahead of that. Also, if you are not already part of the LFTA Discord, you should totally join. It's lots of fun. And first Monday of every month, I run our community night, which is almost always a movie night double feature that I pick using some extremely tenuous theme between the 2 movies. They're not good. The entire point is we heckle them pretty much the whole time. So it's lots of fun, and you should join the Discord and come join us for community nights.
And of course, our lovely, amazing guest, JT.
Hello, I'm JT. I was Commander Castrum. You can find me all over the internet at Weebjeet or at Entropy Emporium because it's technically my channel. you can find me in a variety of places that Cass has already mentioned, including Tales from the Table Studios for Sentai Insensibility, where I play the saddest man in London, as well as for God Complex, where I play the other saddest man in space. I'm playing a lot of sad little guys right now, so Castrum is an incredible break. He's just on business, Castrum. They're out to do something and they're gonna do it, by God. Other than that, you can find me every other Friday on Entropy Emporium running our D&D 5e homebrew game called The Weird Wilds War, which takes place in a world where the planes have disappeared mysteriously and the resulting evil place gives the world new magic. And then you can find me, I'm not sure when we're airing next because we've got a few schedule-y doolies, but Entropy Emporium has a battle manga themed actual play called Star Shard, which has some of the best set design I have ever seen for an actual play. The overlay by Harper, who is a player in the game, is incredible. It is one of the best things I've ever seen work. And she programmed it all herself. It's very cool and awesome. So if you would like to check out, the first 2 episodes are on YouTube. I don't know when we'll be back, but it should be at least in October. So check us out when that comes back. It's just a short little Saturday morning thing. And then I think that's all that I've got. I've got a few games in the work, including maybe one here in a couple months, maybe. But more on that when that is available. Thank you all so much for having me. I like being a guest here. I will see you in 2 weeks, officially, I think. I can't just leave you.
Oh, indeed.
No.
And then I suppose that this leaves me. Hi, everybody. I'm Brendan. I have been every other person in this stream. What am I doing? Okay, not a lot right now. Some stuff's cooking, but we'll see how much longer it needs to be in the oven. When I'm not doing this, I am Alex Sandowski, aka Victory, over on Academy H, our Masks Actual Play podcast, where he's team leader now. And yeah, less said about that, the better. And I'm also the GM for Cryptid Community College, our Monster of the Week actual play podcast that is between seasons right now, but is releasing fully edited episodes every other Sunday. Just release a new episode on Sunday, and there is more coming down. So yeah, just catch me there. So we're going to be going away in just a second, but do not go nowhere, no places. We're going to be raiding the good folks over at Magic RPG, who are currently doing a tabletop in right now. So be cool, be awesome, and tell them that LFTA sent you. So say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
And good night.